The views expressed on the following program do not necessarily represent those of this station or its management.
It's time now for Where You Live with Gene Sullivan, the show that deals with the news and events that affect you the most. Whether you rent or own, live in an HOA, single-family home, or an apartment building, Gene will tackle the issues right where you live. So, from the True North Painting Studios, here's the original man of steel, Resolve himself, who stands for truth, justice, and the association way. Here's Gene Sullivan.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Where You Live. I'm Gene Sullivan, and I'm broadcasting from the True North Painting Studios. When you're looking for the right painting contractor, what do you look for? Isn't it someone who'll respect you, your time, your property, and your budget? That's what you can expect from True North Painting. Find out more about this exceptional company by going online at truenorthpainting.com. That's TRU northpainting.com. Or give them a call at 952-831-1433. I'm also brought to you by the great folks at Extreme Exteriors and American Family Insurance, the Kim Bennett Agency. I need to also say hello, as I always do at this time in the show, to my one and only Christopher Wyatter Puberty. How are you, Chris?
I'm good, Gene. You get ready for the state fair? You're going to be out there.
That's just 1 week away. That's right. So this, I guess, a week from today, where we'll be that Saturday, will begin our first live broadcast during our normal time. And then the following week, join us on AM 1280 The Patriot between 4 and 5 p.m., Monday through Friday for special editions of Where You Live as well. And so because it'll be a live show instead of recorded like we do earlier, each week generally, we'll be able to take calls from our listeners. So we look forward to hearing from a lot of you or coming on down to see me at the State Fair. Now, on the way over, Chris, I experienced someone with road rage.
Okay.
Do you remember the last time someone kind of went off on you with road rage?
Not on me, but I remember a recent time a cab pulled out in front of a truck in the parking lot, and the trucker actually got out to confront the cabbie and went over to his passenger side window and started grabbing his collar, shoving him a little bit. Only he left the truck in neutral, and so it started going backwards. He has to run for it, and the cabbie just takes off.
It really kind of diminishes your effectiveness, doesn't it?
Well, not quite as intimidating. We have to run after your runaway truck.
Well, this happened with me. With the schedule with road work being done, there's a lot of places where it goes down to one lane, and so they talk about zippering. Where you let the one person next to you in front of you, you go behind, and you keep doing that. Well, I was looking at how this was narrowing down, and there was a woman driver to the left of me, and I could see that I needed to give her that space. Now, we're on a highway, so I'm not going to stomp on the brakes and make everyone stop altogether. I'm going slowly, but I'm waving her on, and I've got a smile on my face. Please go ahead. I guess she didn't know what I was doing. She started being angry. I could tell there was a scowl on her face, and I knew she was upset because she gave me the Hawaiian good luck symbol.
And she's not telling you you're number one.
That's right. Yes, a little hanaliki leaky to you. And so she finally goes and takes off. And as I was going to the station, I just thought, what is it that causes people to have road rage? And I think I've got an answer to that.
Excellent.
I think the reason why people have road rage is because they don't give themselves enough time where they're going.
I would agree.
I think the basic reason is because people don't have margins in their life.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay with me. If I need to get somewhere and I know it's going to take 45 minutes, I'll try and give myself an hour 15.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? If you know that you have a little bit of extra time and something comes up that you weren't expecting, it's not a big deal. But I think everybody that's already trying to get the most and push everything to the limit, people don't put margins in their life. I think that's why they get angry and out of control.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I see it happening in homeowner associations too. One of the things that a number of clients have appreciated when I've done special projects for them is they haven't realized I've put margins in how long it takes for a project to be done. So, for example, if a contractor said, yeah, it's going to take us 2 weeks, I'll turn around and tell my clients in that association it's going to take 4 weeks. Now, what happens is something does usually come up, and the contractor is not done at 2 weeks, but the client still thinks they've got 2 more weeks before the project is due. So no problem. But I can turn to the contractor and say, hey, you're supposed to be done. What's happening here? Oh, I'm sorry. We'll do it. Well, when can you do it? Oh, we'll try and make sure we get it in the next 2 days. Okay, but you're killing me here. You got to help me out.
Yeah.
And so they get it done, and they've done it, and they get done, and now all of a sudden the clients go, it didn't take 4 weeks. It only took 3. It only took 2.5. And I say, yes, I just, it was tough. I stayed on them, and I made it happen. But margins, if you just have more margins in your life, it would be so much easier.
Mm-hmm.
Well, with that in mind, let's begin with property management in the news, shall we? Property management in the news is brought to you by Home Furniture and Abbey Floor Coverings. Their showrooms are staffed with professionals who will help you choose what you need to fit both your lifestyle and budget. Whatever you need, chances are they'll have what you're looking for. Now, if you wish to avail yourself of special pricing you're not going to find anywhere else, all where you live listeners can call Customer Service Coordinator Lori Mattson at 952-224-2663. And our first story that we're going to take a look at is with a state representative by the name of Sarah Fagenholtz, and she is in Illinois. Okay, and this last year, with I think things have been just wrapped up with their legislature there, and she had proposed House Bill 4134. Now, this House bill was to include the banning of smoking even within the boundaries of a homeowner's own private residence, forcing them to, if they're going to smoke outside. And now in 2006, a few years earlier, the Illinois legislature had passed what was called the Smoke-Free Illinois Act. However, at that time, they exempted private residences. Now, they're saying she was trying to get to a point where she would say, even in your own space, the own area that you live in, we're going to get that banned. Now, I know there's issues with that, especially when you live in a homeowner association, because there's a number of things that you can do to try and cut down on any kind of smoke filtering into other units, but it can be difficult at best, and people would have difficulty with it. But in her bill, unfortunately for her, it did not pass this last session. Okay? Now, why did she think it was necessary to say that we're going to now make sure that nobody can smoke even inside their own private residence if they live in an HOA? She said, I sponsored the bill because I had constituents who are wanting these kinds of policies in place in their building, okay? And even though it didn't pass, Fagenholtz spoke like a true politician and did not fail to take credit where credit was not due when she said, however, the introduction of my bill did set in place an opportunity for a condo association to self-govern and to empower other people to get organized, which is what needs to happen in order to make change. And she was giving the example of another homeowner association, a high-rise condo, that on their own did change their governing documents to state that smoking was not allowed anywhere in the building, even in a private residence. Well, I would like to talk to you more about this and those ramifications, but we need to take a break right now, so let's do that. But don't go away. You're listening to Where You Live on AM 1280 The Patriot. We'll be back after this.